Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and queens, man. I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. We got a video about a celebrity junk. Feminist truck driver finally gets what she deserves, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. But before you go subscribe to his channel, again, and always, subscribe to mine first. Then take your over there and show love to him. All right, let's get into this video, see what's going on, man.
I was on Instagram and I was checking out this particular viral video of this female truck driver. Now, I will be honest, I have been seeing a whole bunch of female truck drivers, and not just like women that you would think would be truck drivers or women who you may find to be unattractive.
No. Sorry to cut it so short and to stop it so fast. No, I've seen some truck driving women BBL'd up. I'm like, y'all bringing the BBLs into the trucking industry? Man, them truck drivers already freaky at them stops. I used to drive on the road. I used to drive state to state. Listen, y'all got to be careful now. These men they freaky, and they willing to come up off some bread for it and some other things. Y'all got to be careful out here now. Y'all can't be too fine trying to drive no truck now. Cover up. Put the hoodie around your waist. Don't be trying to show all of the goodies off, man. These dudes is freaky now.
No, I've been finding some female truck drivers who look very, very good, right? And some of these women are very beautiful. Some of them are here on YouTube. Some of them also have OnlyFans pages. And it brings me to this particular sister who obviously is in a male-dominated situation. And, basically most truck drivers go and they take their truck to pick up loads in these, kind of spots here. These situations, men are there in these warehouses. They're helping, loading up the truck and stuff like that. And this young lady is, well, upset about it.
Dear warehouse men, please let me explain to y'all how annoying and creepy it is for y'all to sit there and watch her unload her whole motherfucker. Like, that's so annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck, and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That blows me.
I'm gonna just say this real quick, and I don't know the situation in specifics, but I would like to ask a question. I would like to ask, ma'am, I get that they didn't jump to your aid. Also, too, you have a voice, so did you ask them, could they help you? Because you could have easily been like, I see y'all staring, hey, I look good and all that, I know, you could have came with some little humor, but could y'all help me load my truck, please? Or you could have used your beauty and seducted one of them just on some little cool hey, how you doing? All right, now I just need a little help. You know what I mean? Not too over the top type, but you could have easily just realized your beauty and your soft feminine energy to get help. Because I'm sure somebody in there would have helped you. I'm going to let her continue, but I'm just saying. Sometimes we can't y'all just effing staring, because I've been in situations like that before. They all staring. Well, maybe they find you, I literally used to make deliveries. I had a delivery at a hospital. I was about to say where it was, but I had a delivery stop and I had to go to multiple floors in the hospital. I went to one floor. Well, a bunch of the floors had women on, but this one particular floor had nothing but women in it. I was dropping what I was delivering off. One woman seen me, went back and told a bunch of other women. They came out, all came around the desk, and they were just standing and just looking. And me being me, I know the play. I seen it already. Once the girl, made the little smirk and she went back, I knew what it was when they all came out. I'm like, she must have went in there and told her, said, whatever, right? And then instead of me saying, wow, y'all staring at me, maybe because they just admiring you. Maybe they just find you attractive. You know what I'm saying? And if I needed help, I wouldn't just be like, nobody help me. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, can I get some help from one of y'all? I'm sure they would have jumped to your aid, young lady. I'm sure. Just keep that in mind sometimes, y'all. redirect your perspective. Redirect your mind and what you're thinking.
It blows me. Then y'all want to hold small talk. Working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I.
This is interesting. She says on one hand, like the men are watching her, you know, as she's unloading her entire shipment. They're not trying to help her. And at the same time, these are the same men who are trying to, you know, get her phone number, trying to talk, or even trying to, like trying to clap. And so she's upset about this. She is not happy about it at all. And to be honest, I kind of can see her point, being that, you know, probably she's a decent looking lady. You know, dude's probably trying to holler. But here's the situation. Number one, you are in a male dominated job. Okay. So when you're out there passing your truck driving tests and all of this and working in a warehouse, you're saying, I can do this job because me being a woman doesn't prohibit me. All right. That's what you're saying. I can do anything that a man can do. That's first and foremost. And the second thing is that I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to watch my tone and watch my words. But we're living in the area now where men do not care about helping women like before. Some men still do. Don't get me wrong. You have many men who care about, you know, respecting women, men who care about opening the door. It hasn't gone on, you know, all the way. But we're going to be honest, family. There are a lot of men who just don't give a damn about any of that. And if we are here to say that men care about that, then we are lying. Ultimately, we are lying. Most men under 40, right? And I'm 44. I can tell you in the 90s, it was all about equality. You know, the Democratic Party, and especially in the black community, you know, you heard it all the time. Look, you know, women can lead. You know, we started seeing the rise of female pastors, especially if you're like in the AME church and stuff like that. You know, the rise of female preachers, Juanita Bynum. Women can be your leaders. You lived in the black community. A lot of leadership came from women. And so instead of looking at women as ultimately people that needed to be cared for and ultimately women that needed to be provided for, a lot of the people in the black community started looking at women in the black community as equals, you know, as collaborators. And we started seeing that, especially if this is also important, right? I want to talk about this because this is something that women don't understand. You are literally a victim of your success. All right? You really are. You're a victim of your success. I know it sucks, right? I know the guys still want to clap. They still want to talk to you. But guess what? That's where it's at, man. Unfortunately, it's where it's at. And a lot of dudes are looking at you as look, hey, you got money. Hey, you can do this. But hey, what's up with your phone number? You know, if you don't want it like that, you're going to have to understand gender roles. All right? And you're not going to be able to have your cake with a lot of these dudes and eat it too. You know, you want to come in.
But I don't think that's an excuse on not to help. Even if it's a man. And to all my truck drivers out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but for the most part, the stops that I've went to, they don't want you touching the freight. They don't want you driving no forklift. If you're not certified, you can hit something, damage something, and fall back on the company, so on and so forth. Every load that I picked up, somebody else loaded the truck. I think it was maybe one. I was in Texas. It was one where it just required me to use a pallet jack. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure about her loading her own truck, and maybe that's what she was referring to. I have no idea. But when it comes to that, you using a pallet jack, but even if you needed help then, I think somebody probably would have assisted you unless they were shorthanded or unless, you know, they had other trucks that they needed to load up or whatever the case may be. I mean, again, you got to be vocal. Closed mouths don't get fed. That saying is still a saying, and it's super simple, cliche, I guess, to say, or whatever the case may be, but it's prevalent. It's real. It's honest and it's true. And it's simplicity. The most simplest things sometimes are the best. And that's one of those things that I feel like is just, you know, the best, man. You got to speak up. You can't automatically assume, you know what I mean, that people are going to know that you need help. If you don't speak up and say anything, and again, you said they were flirting with you and they were, you know, whatever you said, whatever conversations y'all had, trying to small talk. In the midst of y'all having small talk, you could have asked them for help and guidance and assistance. I mean, easily been like, hey, can you assist me real quick? I need some help.
Operate in the man's world or in those things. A lot of guys gonna say, okay, cool. You do it. You take care of it. You know, Same thing with a lot of dudes when it comes to spending money on dates. I've noticed that so many, and guys, I have like the Pan African Dating Show, and you understand like I've been noticing trends when it comes to things like Valentine's Day, things like Women's Day. And I can tell you, man, in comparison to when I was coming up, when guys was just running trying to get a Valentine's Day gift, guys was just running trying to do that. Nobody cares. A lot of these dudes ain't going to speeding events. A lot of these dudes don't want to spend no money on women. A lot of these dudes don't want to deal with women's problems. A lot of these dudes don't want to do none of that. And largely that's because we taught men that you and men are equal and that we don't got to do nothing for you. You can do it all by yourself. And that's how the men looking at it. Most of them. It's so many women out there that complain about the fact that, black men, they don't want to pay any bills, and they get that some of that coddling comes from their mom, right? Your old mom teaches you. When I was coming up, let's say, for example, you have more situations where, hey, open the door for your girlfriend, open the door for this, open the door for that. That was something that was very, 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 very common in the black community and from my mom's era. Now, by the time as my era going down in the 90s, it was, hey, black women are the most educated. Hey, and then you got this taunting, you black men are not on your job. So, and then what also happens is, I'm going to tell you what, if this lady, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. If she happened to be Hispanic, if she happened to be white, okay, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of black men would have been there willing to help her. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because that young lady that we saw was not attractive, no. It's just that when it comes to other groups of women, we are pretty much taught that other groups of women respect their men more. That's not always true, right? Or even mostly true. But that's what we've been taught, that, if you go get a white woman or an Asian woman.
See, this is completely different from how I view things. Now, if I'm a worker in the warehouse, I'm asking anybody that I feel like don't work in this. If you bag your truck in and I am a forklift driver and I'm the warehouse manager and I know what this job consists of, I know what I'm doing, I'm treating everybody equal. I'm probably going to make sure that my black women are helped. You know what I'm saying? I might even look out for them a little more. Like, hey, you got somebody to help you? I might tend to them even more, especially if they come in cool, calm and collective and even respectful. I don't know about that, Tech, brother. I can't agree with you on that one. I'm not going to lie, man. I'm definitely going to look out for my people. I'm going to look out for everybody. But I might look out for, especially if somebody remind me of my mom, or, they older driving them trucks or whatever. It's just like my people. I'm going to make sure they good. So, nah, I'm not jumping to nobody else's aid just because of their ethnicity. Nah, that's not factual.
Man, you can protect them. So, but black woman, she can do all of it by herself, right? And so when you see a black woman, a lot of men don't look at a black woman and say, she needs the support. She needs a man to come and help. A lot of black men don't look at black women like that. And to be honest, a lot of black women don't give off the mentality. And again, femininity is an aura. If you're a woman and you have a certain disposition about yourself, let me tell you something that can always break a man. A female disposition. If you're a black woman and you're very feminine, most men, if they find you attractive, gonna melt. They're gonna try to help you, right? But a lot of times these women have a little bit of an untitled mentality, or why you have a nasty attitude and then want somebody to help you, right?
Yeah, now see, that right there will blow me. That's why I say if you come in nice, kind, cool, calm, and collected, respectful, I got you. But if you come in with that super bossy a-hole energy, male or female, white, black, Mexicans, Asian, I don't care. Yeah, I'm not helping you. I'm gonna make sure that this your stuff right here. You load your truck. This your line of stuff right here. This is what you gonna be getting. Yeah, you load this. I'm out. Sign a paper. You good. Once you load this up, you could. And if they got to tag the back, then, just let me know when you're done. I'll tag the back, because it's like this Ziploc thing they got to put on the back. Some stops. Y'all know what I'm talking about for my truck drivers out there. But other than that, yeah, it's cool. I'm good on you. All that you can, and it's so crazy because women, I'm speaking directly and specifically to women just right now. It's some women that give off that I hate men energy. And it's just like, why are you on that? Whatever man that puts you in this mindset to have you locked in and stuck on hating men, you need to not carry that, especially in a line of business. You can hate men all you want to. You can only like women and you can only date whatever. But you have to realize you still got to treat people fair, kind, the same way you want somebody to treat you, especially if you're looking for assistance. Don't come in here with no bull crap energy to me. I ain't do nothing to you. So you got some women that carry that energy, and you can tell by the way they conversate with you. Even if you're like, hey, oh, hey, how you doing? They got that look. I'm straight. You'd be like, okay, cool. That guy, dog. You know what I mean? You could just tell. It's just like they walk around with this sense of aggression and just like, dang it. And it sucks, man. But I've been, you know, around that kind of energy before. I've definitely had an encounter with an aggressive woman, a woman that wasn't feminine. You know what I mean? And you can just tell they don't like men. They hate men. So it is what it is.
Now, I will give brothers this too. A lot of brothers will support. A lot of brothers don't have a problem with helping women, the right ones. But you're not gonna have no nasty attitude. Like, I think that what she did and expect somebody to come in and basically say, oh, you supposed to help me. Oh, you need to do this. You guys trying to talk to me. I mean, like, what? A lot of men can just really see it in your face. We can look at you and tell that you're rude, that you got an attitude, and do try to talk to you. So again, if you want people to support you and people to help you and to do all that, you're gonna have to change your attitude.
See this, and again, I don't know context. I don't know what happened. She didn't record inside the warehouse. I don't know. Maybe she did. I haven't seen it. I'm only going based off of this video. If you were in there and you had bad energy, you couldn't have possibly expected somebody to help you. But if you went in there on some respectful stuff, you went in there cool, calm, and collected, like I said before, you went in there on some, you know, I'm having a great day. Hey, how everybody doing? How y'all doing? I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to help you. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevating to your head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Gone.